What is going on, YouTube, or wherever you listen to podcasts? Welcome to the Binkz and Doodle Effect. This is episode number 28. 28 episodes with my man down there, Mr. DrewskiDoodle. How are you doing this week, Mr. DrewskiDoodle?
Be better if the Rangers weren't losing, but, we're losing.
Can't win them all. My name is Binkz, as usual, and today we have a guest. Been on the show probably a good 5 or 6 times so far in our history. We got Mr. Chris Brand LG over here to our right, wearing some of our merch. Can you show that off to the camera, buddy?
Yeah, don't worry, dude. Aren't you guys wearing it too? But nice little tee. Feeling good.
It makes you look swole. Look at that.
Today.
Right,
oh no, put the shirt back down because you lost it once you moved the shirt.
So to the viewers that we just lost with you flexing, please come back to us. It's okay. Binkz and Doodle Effect presented to you by Lividity and Lividity Gaming. As usual, our biggest podcast sponsor is Rogue Energy. Rogue Energy is a premium energy-focused supplement designed to optimize your mental and physical performance. Unlike unhealthy canned energy drinks, this powerful supplement can be taken daily for overall improved performance. It's packed with vitamins and amino acids, and it's a healthy way to increase your natural energy. I take it every single day before I work out. It gives me the energy to lift heavy weights and work out. It's delicious. If you use the code GETLIVID on the bottom, 5% off your entire purchase. We're going to recommend the starter pack. You get a shaker cup and 5 different flavors to try. That's GetLivid, 5% off your entire purchase. Shoot us a DM on Twitter if you like it, if you use the code. But going forward, Andrew, take us away in the world of hockey.
We are a half hour away from Patrick Kane playing his 1,000th career game. 1,000 games of Patrick Kane. Man's an all-star. We don't need to really convince anyone of how good this man is. Yeah, almost 1,100 points in his career. Not even 1,000 games played, over a point a game. Best American player of all time. It is a huge deal. 1,000 games, and he's still going to have probably another 600 left, I'm thinking. Maybe more. Long may he reign.
How many goals do you say he has?
He has 1,060 points.
So, let's say he said about another 600 games. Give or take, probably doesn't hit 2,000 points in total. That would be really tough to do.
Depends. I mean, yeah, it's hard, especially when you get older and you slow down. Mm-hmm. But he'll hit 1,500, I think, without any problem.
Hall of Famer?
Oh yeah, he's the best American. He is the best American-born player of all time.
No, absolutely, that was just a joke. That's definitely a Hall of Famer.
I listen. With as little faith as I have for the MLB Hall of Fame, this would trump it by ridiculous amounts. Also, the NHL signed a 7-year deal with ESPN. I'm unhappy because I hate ESPN. ESPN is only good for football. That's it. It is garbage for every other. I don't know about basketball. I don't know how good they are at basketball, but awful with every other sport. I know more about hockey than everybody that's signed up that works for ESPN, guaranteed. They don't really even talk about baseball that much. All they talk about is football and basketball. I don't care. They don't know jack shit about hockey.
So what you're saying is that the NHL should have hired the Binkz and Doodle Effect for all.
Oh my god, yeah! I would do such a better job. If you ever listen to the 8.5 seconds of hockey coverage that ESPN has, they always have, whatever, I forget his name. He used to work for NBC Sports, and another ESPN analyst, and you always have the ex-NHL reporter who actually knows what he's talking about, and then you have the guy that works for ESPN, and he's just like, yeah, that was great. Oh, he goes high cheddar cheese when someone hits the top shelf. I'm like, are you kidding me? You sound like an absolute buffoon. I hate it. The deal means that out of the next 7 Stanley Cups, 4 of them are going to be broadcasted on ESPN. So our holy grail has been tarnished because the commentary is going to be awful.
Yeah, but it's not going to be as bad as Joe Buck.
If Joe Buck commentates, if Joe Buck ever commentated a hockey game, hockey is impossible to make hockey sound boring, but he'd do it.
Dude, I don't hate people. Well, I do, but but you know what I mean. I can't. It is so difficult for me to watch anything with Joe Buck as a commentator.
He's just so monotone. It's so bad. So he's better with football than baseball, but he's still not great.
It's terrible.
But this all came about because NBC is getting rid of NBC Sports, and NBC Sports had the contract to brook pretty much all things NHL, which is ending this year. So we'll see where the other half of the broadcasting rights goes to. It's probably going to be Fox, because outside of the Northeast, pretty much every team is their main station is like Fox Sports, insert region here. So I could definitely see it being Fox.
So don't tell me that, because like Joe Buck is Fox.
I know.
So
I know.
Let's get our guest involved. Chris, who do you think is the greatest basketball player to ever play the game?
LeBron James. That is like the easiest question.
LeBron James. Okay, so now why do you say LeBron James? Because I actually have a Michael Jordan stat that I didn't know existed, and it like blows my mind. It's absolutely insane. So like I give us some reasoning. Why do you think LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan? Because like you got two different eras of basketball. Michael Jordan had his era. What?
You don't watch basketball, dude.
I don't, but I'm just asking you. I have a stat. I want to know. I want a reasoning. Educate me. Why do you think LeBron James is the best basketball player to ever play the game and not Michael Jordan?
I mean, I've only watched LeBron James play, and like, the dude's a fucking animal. I haven't watched like Michael Jordan play a game, but like I've seen clips, like, you know, obviously like the dunk and him playing, but like LeBron James would have squashed his ass. Probably gonna get a lot of backlash on that. But
so here's the thing though. There's two different eras. I mean, Michael Jordan.
True. Stop shaking your head, dude. You didn't watch any Michael Jordan games either. You don't watch LeBron.
I saw him beat the Monstars.
That is true. Michael Jordan did beat the Monstars.
Bro, and you know who's about to beat him? You know, in the next year.
LeBron
James. The movie. You don't know how it ends.
Hey, listen. The Monstars could technically beat LeBron. We don't know how that movie's gonna end. But I'm going to personally go out on a limb and say that LeBron James's arm isn't going to extend to half the court in the second one. Michael Jordan's did.
He doesn't have secret stuff.
The secret stuff, man. The secret stuff. But here's the Michael Jordan stat.
You don't know that.
They're not going to replicate the same exact thing from the first to the second movie. But here's the stat. Because LeBron James has lost in the finals many times. Okay, Michael Jordan is 11-0 in championship games and series. So in the NBA alone, he is 6-0. He is 2-0 in the Olympics, 1-0 in college, and then 2-0 in FIBA, which is the International Basketball Federation, whatever that is. But my man has never lost in the championship game or series ever in his life.
Super clutch.
Super clutch. But like. So here's my thing now. So now you're saying LeBron is the greatest of all time in basketball. So now let's look at it as a non-basketball correlation, okay? You're a guy. You go to a girl's house. You go to that girl's house 8 times. You only get with her 3. You strike out 5 times. Then you have another guy who goes to that another girl's house and goes there 7 times, let's say, and all 7 times he gets with her. Who has better game?
Maybe that girl was just easier to get into a girl. Maybe back then the fucking players sucked more. Now there's more competition. This now day and age. There's more shit. There's different people. Like back then, it looks like Michael Jordan just had that shit fucking easy. There was like only like a few, like, dude. There's so many good players nowadays. Maybe that one's a whore. Maybe the other one wanted to like, I don't know, dude. That was just a terrible example, and I think I shit on it.
That was the only like analogy that came to my head at the time,
and it was a bad one.
And I apologize.
It was really a bad one.
I apologize for anyone listening or watching, but like I hope you guys got some like comedic entertainment out of that. But I personally don't watch basketball, so I can't actually give an opinion. The only time
I don't really watch basketball that much either, and I just,
Listen, all I'm gonna say is the only time I've ever seen Michael Jordan play was against the Monstars, and he won. I have seen LeBron James lose championships many times in my life, so I'm gonna side with the guy I've seen who wins. Anyway, going forward though,
Is this a sports podcast? What the fuck is this?
Anyway, let's go to the NFL.
We just went off a movie compared to LeBron James saying Michael Jordan's better than
Because I
LeBron
don't watch
James.
basketball. It's the only thing I got. But going to the NFL, we have the Steelers who re-signed Big Ben. I personally I don't really agree with that, to be honest. I think Ben's done. I think the Steelers just need to go out and get a quarterback, to be honest with you. I don't.
You know who's not done?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I know who's
Tom
not
Brady.
done. I know he's
not done, baby.
That's a good thing he's not our topic of conversation right now. But Big Ben, I think he's done. I think he should just go
2 years too, right?
I'm not. I think it was a year or two. I don't exactly know the details of the contract.
2 years is kind of wild. Like I could see 1 year, but 2 years, like the dude's gonna snap a leg soon.
I think the Steelers are. It's time for them to kind of go into rebuild offense mode. Their defense is nuts.
Yeah.
But
hold on. Wait. They didn't sign him. Didn't they restructure his existing contract?
I saw a re-sign, but
was it signed?
I saw a re-sign, personally. But
either way, I mean, he's done.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not like their backup quarterbacks are going to be anything to write home about. They need to get an actual stud QB. They need a solid number one, because Juju definitely is not number one caliber.
Yeah.
Essentially, he could, but I mean, he's a talented player. And Juju would definitely be a number one on many teams in the NFL, but not the Steelers wise though. They need to restructure their entire offense. Personally,
actually, so apparently this new contract is actually saving the Steelers $15 million in immediate cap space, which is big.
That is pretty big.
This is very financially lucrative for the Steelers.
Okay,
it's a very Tom Brady-esque move here that Roethlisberger is doing.
Listen, more quarterbacks should be like Tom Brady, honestly.
Yeah.
When it comes to
put
contracts.
the team together to get W's.
I mean, you have all these quarterbacks looking for these big payouts because they're so talented, but then they don't leave them any room to build around. And Tom Brady takes pay cuts all the time to be able to build a team. So
yeah, so are you really gonna miss $12 million versus $8, and then put the $8 with a Super Bowl ring? Come on.
Exactly. Now, we've had this discussion before. I would take the pay cut to win a championship. Not even a question. But then we got another quarterback who had a big agreement. We got Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott and the Cowboys came to terms. And listen, I personally, if you guys have watched the show in the past, you guys know how I feel about Dak Prescott. I think he's one of the most overrated people who play the game. I don't think Dak is very good. I don't think he's any good at all, to be honest with you.
You think Dak's not good?
No, I don't think Dak is a good quarterback. I would say Dak is probably top 15.
Dude,
but
how is this a sports podcast when you think Dak is trash?
Because he's not good.
This is just an opinion, dude.
It's my personal opinion. I don't think Dak Prescott's anything to write home about.
Stats.
Yeah, okay, and
my man was literally destroying the fucking QB stats before he got injured. He was so far ahead in the passing game that even the week that he didn't play, he was still in the league.
So let's look at the big picture. Why was he that? Why does he have those numbers?
Because the Cowboys sucked on defense, so they needed a lot of offense to keep up. And you know what he did? He kept up.
But when you're constantly throwing the ball, when you're in the second half and you are constantly throwing the ball, you are obviously going to build up those numbers. I mean, look at his receivers. It's not like he has a bad receiving squad. I mean, you don't have to have that much talent to be able to throw on Dallas. When your team puts you in a situation where you're down like 21 at the half every single game and you're forced to throw, those numbers are going to come with it. Those stats are going to come with it. So I think Dak's stats are completely irrelevant and misleading to how good he actually is, because if it's a close game, Dak has nowhere near those stats and the Cowboys are not going to win the game. There's zero clutch gene in Dak Prescott.
I guess, but when the guy has a 108.5 QBR, like I'm gonna pay him his money, especially in a football world where it's harder and harder to lock up like your
I mean,
good quarterback.
I mean, Andy Dalton couldn't do it. Danucci couldn't do it.
Well,
Like, I mean, they're quarterbacks in the NFL, and did you notice how bad the Cowboys sucked? How fucking ass they became? It's not, oh, it's just because he's got some great wide receivers. Yo, Dallas still got their ass destroyed. And Dalton, getting all those passes, you know what he did? Ass. You want to know why? Because Dak Prescott can run the ball, he plays better, and now what's it called? He's more of a threat passing, running, and Ezekiel Elliott can do more. Dude, when Dak out, they know they're going to give the ball to Zeke. Zeke gets stopped. They got nothing to do. They want Andy Dalton to throw the ball. My man's ass. He's not going to be that great, dude. Like, you can't say Dak only did good because their defense sucked. He didn't only do good because their defense sucked. Like, he did good because he's actually fucking good. My man will run the ball, put his body on the line. He's freaking could throw the ball deep, accurate, and then I don't know, dude. He's just a good quarterback. I wouldn't say like he's definitely probably like top 10.
You can easily name 10 quarterbacks better than Dak Prescott.
Yeah, go.
Which is why I said he's top 15.
Name 10. Go.
Name 10 quarterbacks better than Prescott.
Yeah.
All right, so wasting my time here. Okay, so we got Rodgers, who's better than Prescott.
There's a podcast. We talk, bro. Let's go.
I know, but we got Rodgers. I'm trying to think.
Did we say Rodgers? Was that it?
No, Rodgers. I'm gonna say Brady.
Okay.
Russell Wilson's better. Mahomes. Josh Allen.
Nah.
Don't even. Russell Wilson is better than Dak Prescott. Don't even.
Russell Wilson. He sucked. My God, dude. My God.
Not his fault.
Dude, my man sucked so bad on the second half of the season. It was actually disgusting.
He had to throw the ball in 2.5 seconds. I mean, it wasn't entirely his fault.
Okay.
His offensive line collapsed.
But, I mean, Dak, I think, is better than Russell right now.
Personally, I have Dak at like 5 or 6.
Do you think Dak's better than Russell? I think Dak is equal to Russell. I think both of them.
I think that I would, if I had to pick a starting quarterback to start for me in an NFL game, with both sides being equal, I'd be okay with either one. They're very close, but probably
same.
What?
Same. They're very close. I wouldn't be mad.
I'd probably take Russell Wilson only because he's a little better scrambling, but beyond that, like even that is a stretch.
Just scrambling. My man Dak will fucking take a bullet, dude. He'll fucking take that.
And now in his ankle will snap in half. Like I personally would take Dak over Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar can't throw the ball. I feel comfortable putting Dak at like 5 or 6.
Okay, so I'm taking Lamar over Dak. I'm taking Stafford over Dak as well.
I respect that. I respect that.
I don't respect it. It's actually stupid.
Dude, Stafford's nasty.
I'm
not saying Dak is not. I'm not saying I didn't listen. I'm just saying I think Stafford needs to be ranked higher than he normally is. That's all I'm
not higher than Dak. Not higher than Dak.
No, I would put Stafford.
Matthew Stafford is sitting. Okay, no.
He played for the Lions.
What? So?
That's like the worst franchise you could possibly play for besides the Jets.
You know who Dak is better than? Dak is better than Sam Darnold. No doubt.
Kenny Galladay's hurt all the time. Marvin Jones Jr. And yeah.
Hawkinson.
That's about it.
I mean, you also Deshaun Watson. That's 8. He's better than
Deshaun Watson's the third best quarterback.
Better than Dak.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay. Deshaun is better than Dak.
I'm trying to off the top of my head. Drew Brees before he retired was better than Dak. I'm going.
I'm talking about right now. I'm not talking about.
No. We have not entered next season. Drew Brees was better than Dak. Matt Ryan is also better than Dak overall. I would take Tannehill over Dak. I would probably take Baker over Dak.
Okay.
We're gonna move on before I throw on.
And then I would probably take.
I want to leave the Discord. Just move on. Holy shit! I can't wait for John to watch this. What time we at? And you tell him timestamp this.
Uh,
Yeah, you forgot Kyler.
you know what? Kyler is better than Dak. So yeah, another quarterback better than Dak Prescott. So you just gave me another
I
one.
would say
Thank
better
you.
than Dak. I would say also
This
equal with-
man's just said Drew Brees and Matt Ryan.
Better than Dak Prescott, 100%.
Matt Ryan throws for 400 yards per game because the Falcons only pass the ball.
He is a better
No,
quarterback.
that doesn't matter, bro. It
He's
doesn't
a
matter.
better quarterback.
And Drew Brees is really good at throwing the
Drew
ball
Brees
to the other
is the
team.
most accurate passer to ever play the game.
To the other team!
He is the most accurate passer. He's got the most accurate. When you go to accuracy, Drew Brees has that number one. It's an actual
But we're
stat.
talking
He is
about right now.
I'm saying overall.
Right now.
Brett Favre is better than Dak. Yeah.
Right now, if you were to choose, if you were going to play an NFL game and choose a starting quarterback, you're
I'm
taking
taking
Brees over Dak?
Brees over Dak. Yes, right now.
Oh, we're moving on.
Yeah,
taking
this
Drew
is
Brees over
making me
Dak
actually
right now.
sick. Yeah, I just want to.
Personally,
I don't know what football you watch when you're at Taylor's house, but like, or whatever
Listen,
you smoke,
I-
or whatever
I-
drugs you take. But I need to watch the football that you watch because there's some things that you say that confuse me so hard.
I have
The
a lot of
Tom Brady
unpopular
thing-
opinions.
Yeah, that Tom Brady thing may be the most unpopular opinion, but I will forgive you
The
for
Tom
that.
Brady
Like,
one
that's
is definitely not an
genuinely-
unpopular opinion because there's
The
so
most
many
unpop-
people in the world who actually agree with me. But that's not a topic that I'm looking even
I think
going
maybe
to.
10%. I think maybe 10% agree
Not
with you
even.
on that one.
Not even.
So
Yeah,
Aaron
not
Rodgers
even.
didn't get franchise tagged.
Because he's trash.
Damn.
I would
Aggressive.
take Dak. I would take Dak over Aaron.
They're different positions, brother.
Wait, who are we talking about?
Aaron Jones.
Aaron
you fool.
Jones.
Oh, I thought you said Aaron Rodgers. My bad.
No, Aaron Jones.
I'm clowning. I'm so fucking shocked that he said Matt Stafford is better than Dak. I'm like,
We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on because I don't want to. Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones
No
did not get
franchise.
franchise tagged, which I think that's a mistake if they lose him.
Um,
Personally.
I don't know. They have Jamal Williams, and he's cheaper, so I'm okay with it.
Aaron Jones is better than Jamal Williams. We're gonna call a spade.
He
a
is,
spade,
but
yeah.
I feel like the money difference compared to the skill difference is not proportionate.
I don't know.
Like,
I don't
Jamal
know if I
Williams
would agree
is
with that.
serviceable.
I think Aaron Jones is
And,
like a top 10 running back in the league, if not
But,
top
but
5.
if your offensive line is like good enough, any running back will do decent.
It's fair
It
enough.
might not be as explosive as Aaron Jones, but like they'll survive. And they might be able to spend that money on something else.
Maybe build a team around
Um,
Rodgers for once.
maybe he'll take a pay cut. Like Tom Brady does.
Dude,
every year, so they can build
listen,
a team around him.
I wish Rodgers would take a pay cut. Just let the
But no,
Packers
he's too
build.
much of a dick. He's too much of a dick in real life.
Rodgers,
he only
Rodgers
cares
is
about
a
money.
good guy. He just cares too much about money over championships. Listen, people.
He's not a
people
good
have
guy.
different
I heard he's the
perspectives.
biggest douchebag. I can see him also being the biggest douche. He looks like an absolute douche.
He could be. I mean, you don't know. We
He
don't know.
is, Steve.
We don't know.
Get him out of your fucking. You only think he's not a douche is because he's your favorite quarterback of all time, and you think he's the best of all time.
I don't think
He
he's
is
the best
probably-
of all time, but he is my favorite of all time right now. I have said this so many times. I don't think Rodgers
No,
is
I
the
know,
greatest of all time.
I know. Okay, I know. He's your favorite of all
He is
time.
just my favorite.
He's-
However,
Another running back that didn't get franchise
I was
tag.
gonna say other ones that did not get franchise tagged. Chris Carson, which is another mistake I think for not tagging.
Yeah, that kind of surprised me.
Unless
Hide's
the
not good.
Seahawks are going completely rebuild. I mean, I know there's rumors about Russell Wilson getting traded,
Yeah, getting traded.
to the
and
Jets.
dude, can you imagine? But
I don't even know what we would do with him.
Jamal Adams.
They
If
weren't.
the Seahawks go into rebuild mode, Jamal Adams would be so pissed because then he'd be on another team that is like terrible.
It'd be funny as hell.
It would be so funny, and it would be karma, because all that guy did was bitch about when he was on the Jets, and now it comes full circle. Now
He'll
he's on
probably
another
cry. I
team.
want to go to Tampa. He'll probably cry. I want to go to Tampa.
Send me to Tampa.
Yeah, searching for a
Just
ring.
like Darrell
Reeves. Yeah.
Just
Alright,
wants
so
just
what do
want to
you-
go
what do
on
you
the team
think,
for the ring.
What do you think Aaron Jones and Carson could end up? What teams need running backs?
Jets don't have one. so
Jets-
that's fine.
Listen, I like the Jets. I liked the Jets rookie that they never played, personally.
Yeah.
But
Don't we need one?
I would take Aaron Jones. I'm not even gonna not gonna turn
I would
around.
hope you would take him.
Other than that, I mean, Miami could potentially use a running back.
I don't know. I'm big on Gaskin in Miami.
You think Gaskin continues to have that type of year that he had?
I do. I'm big. He looked so nice when he played. I don't know where they're going to end up. What teams really need running backs? What team really, besides the Jets? Buffalo has the running backs. They just don't know how to use them.
Yeah, but
the Patriots use 5 different running backs.
Patriots never have a solid stud.
Yeah,
the Patriots are just a running back by committee. I feel like for the past 20 years.
Yeah, I missed the Cardinals. Still, Kenyon Drake still in Cardinals. Yeah,
Kenyon Drake isn't. Right? Kenyon Drake had a spur of the moment, unbelievable run when he got to the Cardinals, and then last year did pretty much nothing.
Yeah, he picked it up at the end of the year, but yeah.
It's the best running back on the Cardinals is Kyler.
Literally. That is their best running back.
You don't need a running back with Kyler. You don't need a running back with Cam Newton because he's also going to run the ball.
Yeah, I mean, one of them could end up in Atlanta.
Well, Gurley would still be there.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
the man made of pin cushions.
Yeah, Gurley was a piece of shit, dude. You know the best part about Gurley? I loved that one where he accidentally fell in for a touchdown. You know how everyone, all the Atlanta fans are like, no, you could have won the game, but as a fantasy owner, that felt so good to watch him mess up. Getting that +6. I was like, yeah, you messed up, girl. You suck, And then Q getting that extra point. I was like,
yeah, that'll be it'll be interesting to see where they go because there's not a lot of teams that are jumping to mind. There's a lot of really good running backs in the league right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, off the top of my head, I'm not really thinking.
It's like Atlanta. And
also, in Arizona, they got Edmonds, and that guy was actually pretty.
Edmonds is really good.
Yeah.
We had the Bears who tagged Allen Robinson, and Godwin was tagged by the Bucks.
That was a good tag. Godwin's probably gonna want to stay with just Tom Brady and
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you take the franchise tag to stay there?
100%.
I feel bad for A-Rob though. A-Rob wanted out.
Let's say Tampa Bay, dude.
Yeah, Allen Robinson needed to leave. I mean, the Bears just need to completely rehaul the entire thing. They're a mess. Yeah. They're an absolute mess. They need to just completely.
The Bears.
They need to just they need to redo everything. Offense, defense. They just need to.
Their running back, David Montgomery, had a fucking year, dude. He was the fucking offense.
Yeah, he made me eat my words multiple times.
Yeah,
dude, David Montgomery came to life at the end of the season.
Yeah, he also didn't have Cohen because Cohen got injured real early. So I mean, if Cohen was healthy, I don't think Montgomery would have had that many touches.
Yeah, but
they would have still been running back by committee.
I mean, Montgomery shows that he can be a starting running back. He doesn't need no committee.
No, but Montgomery is the number one. He is the starting running back. But with Cohen there, he would have lost a lot of touches with Cohen.
Yeah.
But I think the Bears just need to completely rebuild. Just trade everyone. Just rehaul. They're a definition of a shit show. Not as much of a shit show as the Jets, but they are a shit show.
Mitch Trubisky's better than Dak.
No. Not at all. Not at all. I'm reasonable.
Marcus May also got a franchise tag. Your boy, Marcus May.
Oh, you know who got a Leonard Williams on the Giants also got one too.
Yep.
A Jet that was he was so good and they just let him go. Big sad.
Yep.
It's a Jet thing to do.
Dude, when they said they were going to get rid of Quinnen Williams at one point, I was like, you guys best not be touching Quinnen Williams. What the fuck, dude? That guy is literally doing stuff. He's the only one fucking doing shit out there. And he's still young. And we wasted not wasted, but that was our first round draft pick 2 years ago. We're just going to send him.
You have another notable, two notable non-franchise taggers. So you got 2 tight ends, Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith.
Hunter Henry.
Anyone need a tight end?
Hunter Henry can come to New York with open arms.
Hunter Henry's a nice tight end.
I hate Herndon. There's something about him I just don't like. He can come to the
What's wrong
Jets.
with the hernia?
Is it that he never plays because he's always injured, or
the Jets will open Hunter Henry, open arms, come to New York, buddy.
Dude, the Jets had a tight end at not last season, but the season before that. What was it? Griffin. That dude was just hauling in touchdowns for like one part of the season, and then we just stopped throwing him.
The Jets don't make good moves. You know that.
Because Herndon came back, so we put Herndon back.
Oh, yeah.
And then, dude, Griffin. If I can pull up the stats on Griffin in the 2019 season,
Dude, Griffin was balling.
He was the only one scoring touchdowns. I almost picked him up in fantasy. I was like, wait a minute. Sam Darnold found his fucking boy finally, and then
I think Darnold would be so much better if he had a tight end to dump off to.
I think Darnold would just be better if he had wide receivers, or if he had
could also help.
Dude, I really don't think he's a bad.
Not Darnold.
I really don't think he's
Darnold's not the answer, but I know.
I don't think he's the
we
answer.
differ on that one though.
I think he's better than Mitch Trubisky. I think he can play if he's on. I think he'd be really good on the Steelers. I think Sam Darnold would be so good on the Steelers.
I disagree with half of that. I agree that I think Darnold is better than Trubisky. I don't think Darnold would thrive on the Steelers because I don't think he's a good quarterback. That's like saying Mitch Trubisky would be good on the quarterback. Because I value
Trubisky's ass.
I value both of them pretty much. They're very close, Darnold and Trubisky.
Yeah.
So if you're saying Darnold's going to be good on the Steelers, then you're going to say Trubisky's going to be somewhat decent on the Steelers.
I have to agree there.
Darnold can throw some dots, dude.
To the other team.
He's got it in him.
Yeah. Rumors say he's still haunted, so we'll see if he's free of that.
It's going to be 2030. We're going to still be having the same argument.
Yes, we will be. But other than that, I think we can call that episode.
Before we call it, I have a question for you now.
Oh boy.
Who do you think the Jets? No, that's not bad. Who do you think the Jets draft first? Do you think they go quarterback?
No, because the Jets are hung up on Darnold. I think we either go offensive line or we draft what's his face from Alabama, Smith.
You don't think we take the quarterback on?
No, Jets aren't going to draft a quarterback.
You don't think they take?
I don't think they're going to either.
No,
I think they might take Fields.
Jets are not going to take a quarterback. The Jets are too strong on Darnold. They haven't realized that he's not the move yet.
Would you be mad if they took Fields?
I don't like Fields, so yes, I would be mad. I don't think Fields is going to be good.
Yeah, I think I'd be. I don't think I'd be.
I would be mad because I don't think he's going to be good. Fields, I've watched him play through college as well. I watched Darnold. He's not going to be good. Fields is not going to be an NFL quarterback.
He'd be Trevor Lawrence. You think Trevor goes first?
Yes.
100%.
Trevor Lawrence is the number one pick.
I think he's a bust.
Dude, I can't wait for Jacksonville to not take Trevor, and then the Jets to take Trevor, and then Trevor. Oh, it's so bad.
Dude, I think he might.
Why are you wishing such negativity on the team that you root for?
Because I don't want the Jets to take Trevor. I want a wide receiver. I want Smith.
I would like Smith over a quarterback.
Yes.
But
Arnold had
if Trevor Lawrence falls to us, Lord help me if they don't take Trevor Lawrence, I will be livid.
He said it.
No, dude, I want to see fucking Darnold actually have a wide receiver that he can throw to, other than fucking Crowder. Like a fucking 32 year old.
An actual deep ball threat.
Yeah, like an actual guy that can play slot, like OBJ on a team, like with that caliber of being that athletic. Like,
Smith would be wide. I mean, Crowder naturally is is one of the best slot receivers in the game.
What I mean. Yeah, but just having
you wouldn't move Crowder to the wide out. You'd keep him in the slot.
Nobody can guard Smith. My man is just so good out there.
So here's also the thing: you're watching college defensive players. You're watching college defense players who some of them won't even make it to the NFL. Try to cover Smith. It's a completely different game. So I mean, yes, he definitely is so talented. The kid is great, unbelievable. Do I think he's going to be good in the NFL? Absolutely, but I don't think he's going to have the effect that he did in college that he will in the NFL. We have some top corners, man. Personally, he's going to be good. He's going to be a great wide receiver, but he's not going to have the effect he did in college.
Yeah.
Excellent points.
Right,
so,
well,
but that's just my opinion. So, unless you guys have anything else to touch on, I think we're gonna call that an episode. Andrew,
hey,
you have nothing else to touch on, buddy?
The Rangers scored. That's pretty cool. Hopefully we score another one in the next 5 minutes.
Hopefully. Thank you, Chris, for joining us this week. It's nice to have a guest, especially a guest who likes to argue. So it definitely gives it more entertainment on the podcast. If you enjoy the video, or if you're watching on YouTube, enjoy the video, please leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and turn on notifications. We upload every Wednesday at 3 p.m. And as soon as we upload, something big will happen in the sport world. Just know that. That is the Binkz and Doodle effect on the sport world.
That is the effect.
That is the effect right there. If you're listening to wherever you listen to podcasts, leave us a 5-star review. If we see it, we'll give you a shout out. Comment down below. Who do you think the Jets are going to take number 1? Do you think Dak Prescott is a top 10, top 5, top 15 quarterback? Comment down below. Let us hear, do you agree with me? Do you agree with Chris? Where do you put Dak Prescott in the list of active quarterbacks now? We would love to hear from you guys. We would love to, see what you guys think. If you have any topics that you want to hear next week, definitely shout it down below in the comment section as well. But until next time, guys.
Doses.
Peace out.
Peace out.